Hey friends, welcome to Wood Dig DIY. My name is Chris, and today's video I am going to be testing out the D2 dozer a little bit. We have to backblade the Woodyard and clean up a little bit so I can set up the next conveyor spot for the conveyor and the wood splitter, and then I can get some logs into position. Finally, I get to work the D2 dozer. I got the thing fully serviced. Literally everything on this thing has been serviced. The undercarriage, the engine, transmission, the winch. I went through this whole thing, the pony motor. Yeah, pretty much everything. If you go into my content before this, you'll see all the videos on what I did to this little guy before I could get it going. I have a longer cable. A guy told me it's 180 feet. I think it's about right around there. I rolled it out already over there along the tree that I'm going to be pulling it on. And this cable is just too short. I believe it's 5/8 cable, so it's about the same as the one that's on there. But this cable is just way too short. I'm hoping I don't lose too much power from putting that big cable on here because it is going to make it bigger diameter, so I won't have as much leverage on the winch because it's going to make the gearing higher geared because it's going to have a bigger drum to spin. I believe this Carco A model series winch came off a D4, so I'm pretty sure it'll be fine because this is just a D2. So even with this thing all the way full, I'm thinking it'll probably pull it just fine. And also, I finally got to put antifreeze in this thing. I was doing leak down tests. I had to seal up the radiator. You can see that in all my content before this video if you want to go into the D2 5J series. And finally, this thing's plumb full of antifreeze now, so that makes me really happy. And it's topped off with diesel. We got hydraulic fluid. The pony motor's topped off. We got a brand new battery on here with the new coil. This thing's ready to rock. I really hope everybody enjoys the content, and let's get into it. So I just made this saw holder. I sawed the log, just eyeballing it, didn't have a mill, and then bolted it on the canopy. I just hooked up this Harbor Freight solar panel. That way the battery doesn't die. We have a brand new electric starting motor. We have a brand new belt, rebuilt the water pump. Yeah, this thing's ready to rock and roll. The only thing I need to do before I start working this too hard is I need to get a pre-filter jar for the air filter assembly. I cannot find one. I found one at the dollar store. It literally almost shattered, and I didn't want it to suck it inside the engine. So I think I'm going to use something metal. It's not too dusty right now, so I'm not going to worry about it right now, but I definitely need to get that addressed. And I filled this up with antifreeze yesterday. Now we are full. I have flushed this thing out so many times, it's ridiculous. All right, let's see if I can get this thing started. First things first, ear protection. We are in neutral. I'm going to turn on the fuel, plug in my 12-volt coil that I converted to a distributor. Make sure this is all disengaged. Pretty much the throttle's fixed. Okay friends, we got it on there. That was kind of a pain in the butt. I'd probably recommend having a second helper to get that done. I really wanted to get a bite on it so it would stay in there. I was thinking the cable's going to be so long, it doesn't really need to have a bite on it. It's always going to have at least 2 sets of wraps over that cable. So most dozers have 2 holes so you can make a bite and then pull that cable through and make a bite, but this one has 1 hole, which is strange because normally the winches that I've dealt with in the past that have 1 hole, they have a set screw that you can tighten up against that. That way it won't slide out, but this one doesn't have a set screw. So that's why I did it the way I did it. All right, we'll see you on the next one.